Welcome to Midnight Linux. So we're looking at Arch Riot today. I just turned it on. I put a OBS Studio. So let's take a look at this Hyprland distribution. It looks really nice so far. It's very well themed. So I'm liking this anime style that they have gone for. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and read this real quick. Here are some shortcuts. So Super D, we need to remember Super F. Super C for control panel, and Super H for help. Super Enter terminal. So some basics there, which is nice that they put that on there to get you going. And while I was setting up while I was doing the install, it asked me to run a curl command. So let's do that. See, I mean, everything seems to be up and running, but let's see. Because it might, we might need to have this. Maybe it's an update for Hyprland. I don't know exactly. So and I think that's it. Let me double check that I spelled everything correct. Yep, everything looks correct. So let me hit enter. And I guess it just was checking everything was working, which it seems to be. So I'm gonna exit. All right. So next thing I always like to do is install GUFW. So let's go ahead and do a sudo pacman install GUFW, and it says that it found it, so let's install that. Okay, so this firewall, as you guys know, is just usually the first thing I do when I install something. And just to give me some protection against would-be hackers, I guess. All right, so that's install. So let's do sudo enable GUFW. Actually, I don't think I have to do enable. I think now we could just run it. So let me do GUFW. Ask me for my password. It didn't open, so maybe I do have to enable it. Let's do a sudo enable gufw. It's not working. Well, let's see if we can find it in the programs menu here. Oh, there is a firewall in there already. Okay, let's see. Maybe they already have a firewall installed. But it didn't open, so let's try that again. Nope. I wonder why gufw would not open in the terminal. Alright, let's check this out. So sudo pacman I'm just gonna put yes to see what happens here. Because it did say it was already installed. Let me do a sudo first. Gufw enable. Sudo ufw enable. Okay, so definitely have the firewall enabled. So let's go sudo ufw status active. Okay. Well, I mean I have a firewall, so I'm not gonna. I mean I kinda am concerned that I couldn't get the GUI working on it, because it should just work, but maybe it's because Hyprland sometimes. I noticed that when I tried Omachi and then I did a SM player and then I try to play something with SM Player, that it would not work. So maybe it's kind of having the same problem with this GUI interface from GUFW. So what I'm gonna do is remove GUFW. All right, let's remove. Okay, and then let's make sure that UFW is still on. Yes, it's still on. Okay. I think we're going to leave it. We have a firewall. It might have been installed from the beginning and I just didn't notice. Or maybe it wasn't. But anyway, we have it working. So that's the important thing. I guess now that we finish with that, let's go over, let's do exit, and let's go over some of the things that we the basics. If you do a super D, you get your program launcher. So as you can see, we have Brave there. So if we wanted our browser, you can go ahead and launch it there. You can hit super Q to turn it off. The next thing is, if you want to see, if let's say you opened up your launcher but then you want to just escape out of it, just hit escape. Then if you want your file manager, it's super F. Here you go. And then I was taking a look at the config files, so that's why you see all the hidden folders, but that's what it came like. It comes like this. So this is, I'm not too sure what file manager this one is. Oh, it says Thunar. Okay, so this is from XFCE. This is the Thunar file manager. And normally you would see on the side here like a panel. I wonder if you go to view, split view. No, not split view. Let's go to view, menu bar, and that's the menu bar. Let's go back to the regular setting. List view, complete view, and icon view. Huh. I'm not too sure. Side pane. Okay. So let's, oh, there it is. So that's how you get your typical file menu setup. That's the way I would use it. So you can always go back to the main files. So Or maybe I should try it the way it came. So let's try the... I'm going to turn it off. See if it works for me with it off. Because I've never used it like this. But it'd be interesting to see if it would work. Alright, let's see. The next thing is, how do you... I wonder if this is a simple... If I was gonna do... I already showed you how to do a remove and install with Pacman. And then usually for a Arch distro and you wanted to do an update to the system, sudo pacman syu. Let's try it. It looks like there is something. And it says up to date though. There's like a one package, so let's see, let's hit yes. And that's updated. Okay. So yeah, that's how you would update the system. Let's look at let's see what else. There is a super C, so that brings the control panel up, and it has a as a VPN. If you want to turn this off. Has a display settings. That's nice. Power management. And you can add wallpaper. Okay. And this is just a timer for you to take breaks. So you can like set it for however many minutes, and it'll just remind you to take a break. Here's your nighttime blue light filter. I don't usually use that. Oh, actually, it looks nicer with it on. I thought that was for nighttime only, but this is like a blue light filter for the whole screen. So I'm gonna leave that on then. Okay. And oh, I think I just moved something, didn't I? What did I do over here? Yep, I moved the display settings, so be careful when you guys are in here. All right, so then when you're done, just say it's super Q, and that should... I wonder if that's gonna mess up my recording. All right, we'll have to fix that later. All right, so that was the control. Let's see what else we have. Do we have like a browser shortcut? Super B? Yeah, Super B brings up your browser. That's nice. And it's the Brave browser, as you guys saw. Let's look at what else. Let's try to install Steam, because I know I'm gonna install Steam. I'm gonna install SM Player, and I'm gonna install Clementine. I don't know if they're gonna work because SM Player didn't work with the Hyprland on Omachi, and Clementine didn't even install on Omachi. So let's see. So let's do a sudo Alright. I think that was all I need. Is that all I need for Arch? I forgot. I'm gonna do the, let's see, Vulkan. Number 8. All right. So it depends on what your card is. Obviously, number 1 is NVIDIA. I'm on a AMD card, so I decided to go with number 8 for a Vulkan Radeon setup. But it looks like Steam is installing just fine. That's good. I didn't have any trouble with Steam on Omachi, except for I guess I should say no trouble installing it, but then I had to, when I wanted to play the game that I was trying to play, I had to right click on the game and then force a certain proton, because it was trying to do the scout default from, and it just didn't work. So I had to force, so you right click on the game and then go to properties and then click on compatibility, and you set what you check the force compatibility, and then you I picked the latest Proton build and it worked. So we'll probably have to do the same here, but we don't know. We'll see. Okay, looks like it's finished. So let's do exit. Or let's try, yeah, let's exit and see if we can at least get Steam to start first before we continue with anything. Yeah, it looks like it's updating, so that's a good sign. Yeah, and like I said, this is like a very nice looking desktop. I like the configuration here. I'm gonna try to stay on this one because it's so nice. I don't know if I can live on an Arch distro because I'm not prepared to be troubleshooting things, but if it's stable enough, which it might be, maybe I'll stay on it for a bit and then edit the videos on here. You know, because it's very nice looking. I really am enjoying this. So it's looks like it's about to start. Yeah, so Steam works. It always takes a little bit of time, like getting updates and all that. Steam is up, so that's up and running. Let's go back and try, or maybe we'll do that for the next video. I'll try we'll try installing in the next video the SM player. I'll get a video, a test video, and then we'll try installing SM player, and then we'll try maybe Clementine for music, just to see if they'll work. You know, they might not work, but we'll check them out, and then we'll also look to see if they have audio and video player. I believe that I saw MPV in the. Let's look real quick. If we just go through the default apps here, there's an image viewer. They have media player, so there's an MPV, I believe, which is what Omachi had. And then I believe Lollipop is music. Yep, so we'll test these out. We'll try SM Player and Clementine. As you can see, there's not a lot in the system by default, so it's kind of very minimalistic, and then you can like add everything that you need, you know. So let me look at these discs. Is this GNOME discs? Yep, it looks like GNOME discs. So yeah, GNOME discs is nice to have because it's easy to work with. So that's a good quality of life app that they have on here. What else? Calculator. Yeah. So we will take a look at those things in the next day 2 video, and then also I'll install a game, and we'll see how it goes. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I think it's very minimalistic. It's probably super stable since it's so minimalistic. So I might stay on this for a bit. So I hope you guys learned something, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.